It's less than 24 hours to go before a crucial bilateral summit between Catalonia and Spain, one that has not been held in 7 years. Hello and welcome to Catalan News. The Catalan and Spanish governments will meet tomorrow in Barcelona to discuss solutions to the current political crisis and long-standing issues such as infrastructures and finance. We'll get you all you need to know about the meeting, as well as the ongoing taxi strike and the upcoming heatwave. It's a sign of the changing times in Barcelona and Madrid. After years of confrontation, they're talking to each other. Tomorrow, a crucial meeting is expected to take place in the Catalan capital with delegations of both executives. The bilateral summit has not been called in 7 years, and many hope that it could mark a breakthrough.
After a year of unprecedented political turmoil, the very fact that governments in Catalonia and Spain are meeting is remarkable enough. But tomorrow's summit goes further. Both executives will resume the activity of the Catalan-Spanish Bilateral Commission, legally recognized as their main communications channel, which has been virtually shut down for the past 7 years. Now, with a new president in Madrid, pro-independence parties will listen carefully to their proposals. Foreign Minister Ernest Maragall will lead the Catalan delegation, while the Minister of Territorial Policy, Meritxell Batet, will lead the Spanish team.
Independence.
One of the points on the day's agenda refers to the ways for Catalan citizens to democratically participate in the decisions concerning their future. In other words, the right to self-determination.
Aquí han de fer passes endavant, entenem que és el govern espanyol, entenem que hi ha un consens molt ampli a la ciutadania catalana sobre la voluntat de votar i que per tant aquest s'ha de poder exercir.
An agreed referendum on independence is out of question for Spain, yet the Catalan government has made it clear that it's not settling for anything else.
Prisoners and exiles.
Governments will also discuss rights and freedoms in Catalonia, a reference to pro-independence leaders in jail and abroad. Prisoners were transferred to Catalan prisons after the socialists came to power. Other than that, the effect of the political talks for prosecuted leaders will most likely be scarce, as the Spanish government has insisted that it is all in the hands of judges.
Recovering laws.
But there is room for reaching agreements. When he was elected in parliament, Pedro Sánchez promised to withdraw appeals against Catalan laws put forward by his predecessor. Such laws include issues regarding energy poverty, climate change, and universal health.
Improving self-government.
Better financing, greater powers, and symbolical recognition of Catalonia as a nation could be a middle ground between independence and the status quo. The Catalan government will listen carefully to what Spain has to offer, yet, as Maragall has warned, nothing will make them give up on self-determination.
While the relationship between the Catalan and Spanish governments seems to be improving a bit, things are very different with the Spanish king, Philippe VI. In an exclusive interview with the Catalan news agency today in Barcelona, President Quim Torra insisted Philippe VI should apologise to citizens for condoning the police violence during the October 1st referendum and warned him that he's not welcome anymore here.
Mai no és tard per demanar perdó. Però Felip VI ja no és el rei dels catalans. I per tant, em sembla molt bé que faci o que pretengui fer aquest gest, ja veurem en què s'acaba concretant. Però nosaltres hem deixat molt clar quina és la nostra posició respecte al rei d'Espanya. Aquí no pensem invitar a cap dels actes que nosaltres organitzem i no pensem assistir a cap dels actes que la Casa Reial ens vulgui convocar.
Taxi drivers continue on strike in Barcelona, but today they've decided to at least carry out minimum services to help vulnerable people that need to reach hospitals or social centres. The strike has been ongoing for a week now, and hopes are that tomorrow it could be called off.
7 days with no taxis. 2 of Barcelona's main roads in the centre occupied by parked cabs for 4 days. The taxi drivers' strike continues, as do the transport disruptions. A major meeting is set to take place between Spain's Ministry of Transport and the sector tomorrow. The first round of negotiations failed. After meeting with the Spanish government itself, the association representing Uber and Cabify has accused it of weakness and surrendering to the blackmail of taxi drivers.
Que el gobierno no es el que dicta las normas y que es precisamente el sector del taxi al que se dictan precisamente los pactos.
Uber and Cabify cars became targets of aggression by taxi drivers in the early days of the strike, prompting the companies to suspend their services for 2 days. Although they are both operating once more, their drivers go back to work in fear, according to Un Auto. On Tuesday, the association reiterated that Uber and Cabify are legitimate services, highlighting that the licenses granted their drivers are legal. This is the issue at the heart of the debate, as taxi drivers demand a limit to the number of said licenses issued by the Spanish government. The strike has been a particular problem for the elderly and people going to and from hospitals, where the lack of taxis has been particularly notable. Drivers in Barcelona met today to decide whether or not they should carry out minimal services as a gesture of goodwill to the city's citizens. In the end, they voted yes.
Intentaremos poner unos 1000 coches repartidos por los hospitales sobre todo. Bueno, en el aeropuerto ya teníamos un retén de coches para, pues había gente que no podía caminar o algo, no podía ir en autobús.
What originally started in Barcelona quickly spread further afield. Cabbies from other towns in Catalonia also mobilized and headed to the Catalan capital en masse to join the protests. Meanwhile, the industrial action has intensified in other parts of Spain as well. In solidarity, drivers in major Spanish cities such as Madrid, Seville, and Malaga also went on strike. Similar scenes to those seen in Barcelona became a common theme throughout the country.
In a crucial meeting tomorrow, the Spanish government is expected to announce the transfer of managing taxis to regional administrations. Catalonia has long said it is ready to manage these new powers, which would allow the government to decide how many licenses can be offered to traditional taxis and Uber and Cabify services. But the executive has also warned that this transfer of powers should be done properly.
Estem absolutament oberts, com no seria d'altra manera, a acceptar les competències, però aquesta transmissió de competències ha de ser efectiva i plena per tal de que puguem prendre les decisions que resolguin el problema. El que no valdria és fer una transmissió del problema. Ha d'haver una transmissió de competències, insisteixo, d'una forma que ens serveixi per resoldre el problema.
Moving on, you might want to take refuge in the shade or head to a pool or the sea if you're in Catalonia next week. A heat wave is coming and temperatures are set to soar more than they are already now.
The heat is here and it's here to stay, at least for a week, that is, during which it's going to get even worse. Catalonia benefits from a relatively cool summer to begin with, but temperatures have skyrocketed, and starting today, a heat wave is taking over Catalonia. There's never been a better reason to take a trip to a seaside town, as the Catalan coast will see temperatures of 30 and 35 degrees. If that seems high, keep in mind that inland, temperatures will rise to a dangerous 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. And things will definitely get worse before they get better. With temperatures rising this whole week until Friday, the fever isn't expected to break until a week from now. If predictions forecasting a week-long wave are right, it will be the longest yet this season. This phenomenon isn't only Catalan. On the Iberian Peninsula, temperatures of over 40 degrees are expected to be seen in the south. This is where the heat wave starts, brought by winds from Africa. The high temperatures will be felt throughout Europe, hitting Portugal, France, and even taking their toll on England. Back in Catalonia, the weather is going to start getting cooler in about a week, with temperatures dropping after next Tuesday, although they'll remain above average for this time of the year.
Staggeringly tall, brightly colourful, its base composed of tightly knit geometric supports and its thin turret reaching for the sky. A child climbs to the top and then, balancing, raises a hand with 5 fingers. It's not a building, it's a Catalan human tower, known in Catalonia as a castell. The town of Tarragona hosts the largest competition for the event, so popular that tickets for the last day of the 2018 competition sold out in a matter of 2 hours today. The festival, to take place on the first weekend of October, still has some tickets left for the Saturday events, but none for the final, held on a Sunday, and when the nicest and highest human towers are expected to be built. We've been telling you for a while, Catalonia has a rich offering of festivals during the summer. One of the highlights is the Cabroj festival in the Costa Brava near the sea. Mexican group Mana performed yesterday in front of an excited audience of 1,750 people. The Latin pop rock group reviewed some of its most famous hits such as Corazón Espinado or El Muelle de San Blas in its only concert in Catalonia during their summer tour. Mana has sold more than 40 million albums around the world and is working on a new one that will be released next year. And with this, we've finished today's show. To say goodbye for now, we leave you with some of the best highlights of what has been, at times, quite a dramatic year. Thanks for watching. Remember that we're going on holiday, so we'll be back with you in September. Have a lovely summer and thanks for watching during our first season.
Els ciutadans de Catalunya ens hem guanyat el dret a tenir
Catalan Parliament will declare independence.
Article 155 of the Constitution is now activated.
The judge sent all of them to prison without bail.
Roger Torrent has been appointed as new Parliament President. After today's intense debate, the next step is another vote on Monday. Catalonia has a new president. Quim Torra is the man of the moment after being elected today.
Hi Rachel, 8 relatives of pro-independence leaders jailed in Madrid were here today in the European Parliament.
Indeed, there was a huge expectation here outside Neumünster prison.
Carles Puigdemont is free again. He called for the release of his colleagues imprisoned in Spain.
At the very heart of Barcelona,
Mariano Rajoy was stripped of Spain's presidency today.
Such as, for example, this, of some of its darkest chapters. Today, we take you inside these walls.
And here's also the perfect place to say that our team is actually made up of half women. A day of literature, romance and roses.
Celebrate that diversity and love is important and you should be able to love